Today we're going to focus on getting to the back from underneath a butterfly guard, half butterfly guard. We're going to start when we're on our back, talk a little bit about why it's important to be able to frame and sit up properly. Usually we try to hit a forward shift, which we've covered in other places here, but we're going to talk about the value of shooting your hips to the outside rather than trying to sit up into your partner. And then how that can lead us into a position where we're underneath our partner, very similar butterfly guard position to the one that we would use for sumigaeshi, but we're going to take advantage of our partner's arm position, shuck, and then go to the back. Okay, so let's first talk about how we're going to sit up with a partner, and we'll do it actually from 45 here. The partner is going to be here. You find yourself butterfly guard, you've been flattened out a little bit here, okay? So just scoot down a little bit to start. Okay. So we're in position, we feel like we're flattened out, we need to sit up. If you just try to sit up straight into your partner, especially if their head is here, it's very difficult. So we're going to move their head out to the side. We're going to put a frame in place with our opposite arm. So whichever way he's looking, that's the arm we're going to put in place. And we're going to support it with our second arm here. Instead of trying to extend our legs into our partner for this version, we're going to bring our hips to the outside. So we're going to push here, and we're going to move our hips out in this open direction. Then we're going to take our inside foot, and we're going to put it on the outside of our partner's leg, so that we have a way of controlling his movement around this way, okay? In case he suddenly started to go this way here, if we leave both legs inside and our partner begins to run out to this side, we'll get our guard pass. So in this transition, we like to put a foot here, resting on our partner's knee, so that as he does go to move, at least we're attached and connected to our partner, okay? The next thing is, we're gonna take our top arm here, we're gonna go underneath our partner's arm. And we're gonna use this underclass position for the rest of the move. We're going to extend slightly. Look how we take our bottom arm here and we come up underneath so that we have a frame. We start on our elbow and then we move up to our hand to get our head high enough to take a grip here around our partner's waist. Now we're not going to stay here for too long. Okay, a common question that people ask out of this position is, anytime we are coming up out of half guard or butterfly and we have a seatbelt grip like this, people ask about the threat of the darts. And there is a threat here. The way that we're going to negotiate that is by locking our hands and then getting our partner off balance right away. So we don't stay in that position, okay? We're not staying here so that our partner can shoot this arm nice and deep and start to lock, okay? We're going to take this grip, okay? We're going to place our hand around our partner's waist, and then we're going to get a 5-finger grip. So we're just going to hold our wrist like this, and we're going to pull everything in. Important here is the position of your head. If your head is down low underneath your partner here, and you have this long arm, you can see there's a big gap where he can shoot this arm through very easily and start to lock his hands. So we want to have, sit up a little bit, we want to have our head relatively high on our partner's body, not down low whenever we take a seatbelt grip. Okay, when we take this tight waist here and he puts the arm through, if my head is low, then the neck is close to his grip. But when our head is more upright, it's more difficult for him to reach, okay? It's a longer distance away. So for this, we want to make sure that our head comes up high. So here's our grip once we sit up, and you'll notice that the head goes up high. We're going to lock our hands, and we're going to focus on raising our right elbow up. This is going to get our partner's hand moving towards the floor. Now, out of this position, we're going to take our inside arm, we're going to release it, and we're going to give a shuck. So we're going to take our partner's hand to the floor, and then we're going to raise our right shoulder. Once the hand goes to the floor, that's our cue to take our head out. Now we can come up into the top position and begin our own attack series. Okay, so from reverse angle for everybody, we start number 1 with a frame out here, okay? And we bring our hips out to the side. Now we pass our bottom leg through, and we create an X on our partner's leg with our top leg as a butterfly guard hook and our bottom leg as a grip on the outside. This top arm comes through as an underclasp. We prop our head up, we prop our elbow on the floor so that our head can come up, and we can put our head close to our partner's head here. Again, this is the position we were talking about before. We're not down low where it's easy for our partner to reach through and lock their hands. Instead, we're up high where the grip is much more difficult to get. From here, immediately, once our head comes up, we're going to lock. When we lock, make sure that you're not collapsing back down to your shoulder. Instead, we're raising our right arm and we're bringing our partner forward to put that hand on the mat. Now, our elbow props, our head comes to the outside, and we rise up here in a position where we can start to attack our partners. Okay, so number 1, framing, hipping out, foot position, underclasp grip. prop head position. We get our grip, we draw our partner forward, there it is, we come up out the back door and we lock. So this is a very useful way of creating space right away from a person who's flattening you out, elevating and then getting this hand to the mat. Remember that this arm here, whenever you have an underclass grip, this arm is going to serve, put your weight on your heels please and bring your head up a little bit. This arm here is going to serve either as a whizzer, preventing us from going to our partner's back, or it's going to serve a whizzer to start to threaten things like the DARS, right? Or find some measure of control over our shoulder here, all right? So when we're here, we want to be very cautious about how long we're chilling out and what our head is doing relative to our partner's shoulder and arm, okay? If the head is down below the shoulder and below the head, life is going to get difficult. When our head is up a little higher, it's a little more difficult for them to finish. We're going to lock here. The idea here is bringing our partner forward. If his weight comes up, great. If not, here, you're simply in a position to free your head and start to go around and begin your own attacks, okay? So hopefully this is helpful for you. Coming up out of the bottom, creating a little bit of space, and then shucking your way to the back position.